The Financial Fortress: How to Survive a Global Banking Blackout. Chapter 2: The Transactional Trinity. The empty ATM reality. In Chapter 1, we looked at how to survive a total digital blackout. But now we have to face an even more chilling scenario. Imagine the grid finally flickers back to life. You rush to the nearest ATM, desperate for supplies, only to find a system unavailable message. You check your mobile app, and your balance says zero. Or worse, the app don't even load up because the global payment network has been severed. Today, we are building your financial fortress. We aren't just preparing for a typical market dip or recession. We are talking about a total decoupling of national and global finance. When the institutions that hold your wealth fail, or when the system that moves your money simply decides you no longer have access, you cannot afford to be a victim. You have to be your own central bank. The transparency gap. Why does this happen? It starts with what I call the transparency gap. We see the warning shots every day in the news. The rise of BRICS and the shifting of gold for oil trades and the freezings of central bank reserves. These aren't just headlines. They are tremors before the earthquake. Governments are moving the goalposts. They are shifting digital curtains and freezing assets under the guise of national security. But when the government says it's for security, it often means your access to your own hard-earned money has become conditional. If you don't have a fortress, you're just a passenger on a sinking ship, waiting for a lifeboat that may never come. When you see entire nations being cut off from global banks, understand that the same kill switch can be used at the individual level. Tier 1, the first 48 hours. Cash. To survive, you must stop viewing money as a number on the screen and start seeing it as a transactional power. We use a 3-tier defense system. Tier 1 is for the first 48 hours. Physical cash. When the power flickers or the banking servers go dark, cash is the only thing that talks. But here's the secret. Don't just keep your local currency. If your national economy is the one in crisis, that paper will lose value by the hour. You need a sovereign cash. This is physical cash from a country with a stable neutral economy that isn't currently the eye of the storm. This is your first line of defense. It's for the immediate needs: fuel, food, and movement. When the digital systems are under maintenance and the rest of the world is standing in line that isn't moving. Tier 2, the rebuilding phase. Tier 2 is the rebuilding phase. Precious metals. This is where your interest in macroeconomics becomes personal. When the local currency is failing and the banks are shuttered, you need an asset that holds universal value. But let's be practical. Forget heavy gold bars. You can buy a week's worth of groceries. You can't buy a week's worth of groceries with a kilo of gold without overpaying or putting a target on your back. You need fractional silver. Small recognizable coins provide local liquidity. In a true crisis, the real exchange rate isn't what you see on the ticker tape. It's silver for medicine or silver for transport. It is the bridge that carries your wealth from the old system into whatever comes next. Tier 3, the barter multiplier. Finally, we reach Tier 3, the barter multiplier. There comes a point in a prolonged blackout where money, even silver, stops talking. That is when you need assets that actually do something. Think of these as assets that never expire. Heirloom seeds, high quality water filters, manual tools, and basic antibiotics. These are the items that maintain a 100% utility value, regardless of what the central banks are doing in a collapsed economy. A gallon of clean water or a way to produce food is worth more than a stack of useless $100 bills. This isn't just prepping, it's the strategic diversification into life sustaining capital. Actionable strategy, jurisdictional diversity. The true financial diversity isn't just about having a mix of stocks and bonds. It's about jurisdictional diversity. You cannot keep your entire life behind a single kill switch. If all your assets are in one bank, in one city, under one government, you have a single point of failure. Whether it's non-custodial crypto wallet where you hold your own keys or physical cash located outside your primary borders, the goal is independence. You want to ensure that no single government or banking glitch can turn off your ability to trade, eat, and survive. You are building a system that functions even when the global web dies. We're gonna close with this. The goal of the financial fortress isn't to live in a stage of constant fear. It's the exact opposite. It's about finding the peace of mind that comes from having a backup plan. When you know you can provide for your family regardless of what happens to the SWIFT system or the national deficit, you are truly free. If this manual helped you see your wealth through a new lens, hit the subscribe button and join us. We are building a community of sovereign thinkers who refuse to be caught off guard. You secured your infrastructure and you secured your wealth. Next time, in Chapter 3, we tackle information sovereignty. I'm going to show you how to communicate and access the truth when the global internet goes dark. I'll see you in the fortress. Once again, please like, subscribe, and share this information with others so they might be prepared in the times of calamity. I'm Ro for The Real Shift, and thank you for your time.